Alright, so we're going to have a look at the furnace burner head here. As you can see, it's 6mm stainless steel, welded all round. All dimensions shown are outside, and the internal radius of all bends should be 6. Right, so the best way to start with this one is we go to inventor here, and go to new, and I'll do a new sheet metal. Right, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to look at the side view, and I'm going to try and draw the side of the center, and the idea behind that is I can do the planes, I can build the planes off that because it's not exactly obvious where they are as it is. So I'm going to start 2D sketch, and I'm going to actually start off, going to do some construction lines here. So construction line, and I'm going to roughly draw that shape, side profile of that bottom spigot there. So I'm just going to make sure I constrain it to the center and all that sort of thing. So I'll center point to center. As you can see on the drawing, we've got a 248 here. So I'll put that on there. That's 248. And I'll get rid of that little comma or whatever it was. Zoom out. And it also says 15 degrees for that spigot. So that's going to help us find that, that point down here. So go back to inventor, we'll go 15 degrees. And I'll also make sure that's constrained to the bottom there. So I'll go horizontal, that point to that point. And we will go draw a line from the end there, and I'll draw it back up to here. So what I'm going to do now is just do a parallel constraint. So I'll parallel that one with the bottom one, that one with the top one, and now we can see where the points meet up. So it does look a bit different to what the drawing's got. It's only a tiny little bit down there. So that's pretty typical for these drawings, to be honest. So we'll go 248. Yep, that's right, and we've got a 15 degree across there. So that should be fine then. So now you should notice we've got 512 and 1586, and we should have a angle for that. So we've got 26 degrees off parallel here, and looks like 28 over there. So I don't know exactly why. Oh, that's coming from the center. So let's go with this one, 26 degrees. So just going to draw a random line up here and there. The measurements are to the bottom. It was, let's have another look, 512. So we'll go 512. And the other one was 1586. So I'll go 1586 to the top of that one. And we have an angle. So all I'm going to do here is draw a construction line randomly. It saves me having to figure out what the angle was, as long as that line's constrained vertically. So go vertical, yep, it's already there. So now I'm going to dimension it, and I believe it said 26 degrees, so we'll go 26. And if we have another look at it, using their dimensions, yep, so that looks pretty good to me. Now I'll go back in. So that's where that line lives. Let's have another look at it. Yep, that looks good to me. And yep, there we go. So that's a bit of a side view. So we've got some dimensions needed here. So let's have a look. Looks like on this drawing, so we've got 725 to the center. So that's what we need here. We need 725 from that point to the center of this one. And now we've only got one more thing we need to measure. We've got this one here. So what is the problem with this one? I'm not sure. So what I'll do is I'll go auto dimension and see what happens. So, yep, so we've got a random point here to where that triangle ends. So that'll be why it looks a bit strange. So I'll go escape out of that, undo that, and 500 diameter. So it says everything is outside measurement, so we'll go 500. And another thing I need to do is just constrain this. No, that's not it. I need to just check the auto dimension thing quickly. We've got a dimension here, 1586. Why do we have it twice? I'm not 100% sure. But okay, that's fine. If it needs it twice, it needs it twice. It doesn't really matter. Now what we can do is we've got the side view here. So I'm going to turn on the plane that cuts through that drawing, the XY plane, turn the visibility on. And now I'm going to do angle to plane around edge. So we've got the plane, we've got the edge. I'll select 90 degrees. There we go. So there's one plane we're going to draw the base on, or the top part of it. And do the same again, angle to plane around edge. This plane, that edge, yes. And this one, do the same again, angle to plane around edge. There's the plane, there's the edge, angle 90 degrees. So this is where we need to draw our shapes. So what we've got here is we're going to put some points on this. So this is the bottom or the top piece, depending how you're looking at it. And we're going to just put points here and points here. And we may not need them, but we'll put them here anyway. Point there and there. Right, so now what we can do is do the sheet metal defaults, and we'll untick the thickness from rule, and we'll put in 6mm, because that's what the drawing says, and go apply. Now, let's draw the shapes in. So I'll start a sketch on this plane. Now, it is getting kind of confusing, so just go around it and just make sure you know what's going on. And you can even draw in the 3D. So I can find the middle of that line, or I can draw a rectangle here and here, and I can just horizontally constrain it to either side of that line there. So I'll go here. Sorry, I need to go vertical constraint because it's sideways. So I go here to here, and there to there, and horizontally there to there, and there we go, it's centralized about that. So as far as width goes, we need to give it a width, and it says it's 800 here, so I'm going to type in 800. So it does look really confusing. That's a given. So if you followed up to this point, that's good. Um, just take your time, maybe go back through the video if it's confusing you. And now I'm going to go to sketch here. Didn't work for some reason. And I'll slice the graphics. So right click and slice graphics. And I'm drawing on this plane. So if I draw an ellipse, I can go, should be able to pick up on that point there. I did a video of one of the Competenz drawings. Yep. Out of how many there are? 16. Yep. Even paid for my own screen recording software because I couldn't get this thing to work properly. Lovely, thank you. Petersk.